once. I walked into the bathroom in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. Thank you for specifying that. I thought you were going grocery shopping. I reached for some toilet paper and there was none. The horror. Okay, chill, dude. You just gotta air dry it. Wait, is this a boy or a girl? Because that's a totally different story. And it depends on what you did, number 1 or number 2, you nasty. I don't want to know how this story ends. Anyways, hi guys. Comment below if you've ever gone to the bathroom, did your business, and there was no toilet paper because you didn't even check. That happens to me all the time. It's nasty. But yes, we are going to read some real life horror stories. I promise they're not all dumb. Some of them are serious. Please don't skip. But before I get started, please subscribe and follow me on Instagram. Links are all down below. And please like and share the video. And I think we're ready. Let's go. 2020. Nuff said. End of story. We all get it. 2020 is just anything about this year. Horror, dread, fear. Like, no. Honestly, the thing about this being the worst year ever, like literally worse than anyone ever could have imagined, is it can't get worse than this. I know I might be jinxing it, but come on guys. When you hit rock bottom, the only way you can go is back up. That's a life lesson, and it's true. So next year, even if it sucks, it won't be worse. Just think about that. I was 13 and alone in the music annex at my school, which used to be the stables to the main building. Stables? Where the heck did you go to school? The White House? I was messing around on the keyboard and suddenly I heard this clicking, like a metronome. A metronome is just something that does a beat to help you stay on beat with each other, if that makes sense. If you're a band kid, you get it. So I stopped playing and listened. It grew in volume and clarity until it formed the sound of horseshoes and carriage wheels on cobblestones. I bricked it and bolted. What the heck does bricked it mean? I get it, you ran, but I've never heard that saying. This guy's probably from England or something. Y'all have all kinds of different catchphrases. This dude heard dead horses. What the heck? What kind of school are you at? Dude, if my school had horses, that would have been lit. I had horses at home, but you know, it's fun to have something cool at school. Only thing I looked forward to during the school day was lunch and when I leave. And nap time. One time I was riding the cosplay game downstairs and I heard thump thump all the way up and down the stairs again and again. Then I heard bang bang on the door and heard a woman scream, and it sounded like she was also gargling tar. While screaming, I opened the door and saw my cat sitting there yowling in pain. Yowling. She was trying to catch a bee and it stung her. Aww, poor baby. I don't remember if my dogs ever had that problem. Growing up, I had a few different pets. I think one time, one of them got stung by a scorpion and the cheeks were swollen and they were in pain and it broke my heart. But that's terrifying. Dude, cats, when they get really mad or they're in a lot of pain, I guess, they sound like people. They scream, especially if there's another cat that they don't like. It literally sounds like they're saying no. Just look up videos. You'll see what I'm talking about. It's terrifying. Okay, I know this one's long. I'll paraphrase. So this girl was at sleepaway camp and it was around the middle of the night. She was in her cabin and there are 10 other girls. They were all sleeping. She just woke up and she was about to go back to sleep when she saw a red light. It was sort of like a silhouette of a grown man outlined in red. Are you sure it wasn't the creepy camp counselor that always comments on the girls' skirts? Our cabin had 2 doors, one on either side. Okay, so like cabin, doors. He didn't have any eyes or facial features, but I could swear he turned his head and stared at me. That's creepy. Santa, it's like July. You aren't supposed to be here for another 6 months. 5. I'm not good at math, okay? I was frozen on the top of my bunk bed, not sure what to do, but then he ran out of the other door. Oh heck no. But the thing was, he didn't open the door. He just ran through it like a ghost. A few days later, 2 other girls in my cabin saw it at night too. One saw it crawl into one of the cubbies by her bed, which was way too small for a normal person to fit in, and then raised its finger to its mouth like it was saying, shh. Okay, Mr. Demon, not saying nothing. Just don't haunt me. The last girl saw it when she was in the bathroom. She was looking in the mirror and then she saw it reflected behind her. And all of these happened at night. Heck no, if you disturb me when I'm peeing or I'm washing my hands after, that's not okay. One of my worst fears is looking up into the mirror and seeing something behind me, like in all of the horror movies. No, I will straight up punch the demon, or at least the mirror. First of all, I don't believe in ghosts. but have never been able to explain this one. You believe in ghosts. You're just scared to admit it because you think it's gonna possess you or something. As a teenager, I was with 3 friends hanging around what we used to call the haunted house. But really, it was just a regular house that was abandoned on their street. One of my friends was brave enough to go up to the front door and talk through the letterbox. Who has a letterbox anymore? You just leave it in front of the door now. Postmen are lazy. The other 3 of us stood on the pavement watching. All of a sudden, we noticed the door open slightly, but from the side of the hinges. That's a bad door. It's broken. The friend at the door didn't notice this, but we all ran away in fear. Even writing this at age 47, it sends shivers down my spine. Why'd you leave your friend? She's just talking to a letterbox, alone, like a creep. And then she turns around and you're gone. That's scary. Okay, so I got a juicy one. This one happened to her mother, but it also concerns her. She wants to be part of the story. So her mother went out shopping while her father took care of her, and she was about 2 years old. While my mom was in the middle of shopping and about to pay for the items in one of the stores, she heard a female voice. It was calm yet stern, and it was in her head. Ugh. Sounds like schizophrenia, honey. This voice told her to go home right away because I was in danger, the little girl. My scared mother immediately dropped everything she was doing and drove home. When she arrived at the house, she saw me on my back struggling to breathe and my father kneeling over me, panicking. I got rushed to the hospital where they found out I had asthma and a ton of allergies. That's random. Sounds like maybe a dead grandmother, dead relative of some kind was watching over you. Or it's also women's intuition, mother's intuition, whatever you want to call it. Women have a very strong gut feeling about a lot of things. So ladies, always trust your gut. Whatever is going on in life, if something doesn't feel right, or if you get this sudden random urge to go do something, do it. That is your inner boss babe telling you something's not right. When I was around 11 and my sister was just able to talk, she would talk to the corner of the room when nothing was there. And when we asked her about it, she said, "It's Morty like Bat." What the heck is that? Then she would do this for the longest time until we decided to do the stupidest thing. We said if there really is a ghost in this house, then he will make the light go off. Don't tease ghosts, that just makes them mad. And a few seconds later, the light stopped working. See? Look what you did. Then a few nights later at around 3 a.m., we heard a toy in the garage going off and it said, "Hi, I'm Morty, want to be my friend?" No ma'am, get out. We never saw that toy or bought it before. Then a few years later, we moved out, and when we moved into our new house, she said, "Oh no, Morty followed us." This still scares me to this day. That means, and I quote, "This child needs to be dropped off at a fire station." Just saying, she's the problem, Morty likes her, get rid of her. Someone else's problem. My grandmother died when I was 5, and after she died, my mom and I moved into her house. Why would you do that? Don't move into dead people's houses, especially right away. No. When I was about 10 years old, my mom and I sat on Christmas Eve and talked about my grandmother. Okay, so this is 5 years later. My mom sat in her chair and I sat on the couch. Between us, there was this dresser with a lamp on it. The lamp is one of those that the more you touch it, the brighter it gets, but the 4th time you touch it, it turns off. So we are sitting there and talking, and suddenly the lamp turns itself on. None of us touching it. And it is too far from us to let us touch it. And my mom says, "Granny, turn it off, please." And bling, the light is off. Who says bling? My face got white as a ghost and I just ran away from the couch. My mom was calm, but several years later she told me that she almost lost it but had to keep it cool because I freaked out first. Well, that's a good mother. I would freak out even more. Like, girl, you scared? I'm scared. We both going down. Sometimes I'll hear a kind of whispery voice of a woman saying my name. Okay, one, that's creepy, but also that's a thing. People have studied it. Sometimes you'll randomly, out of nowhere, think that someone said your name and they're calling you, especially if you're out in public, but really no one said your name. It's like a thing. Comment below if you know what I'm talking about. I think it has something to do with the spotlight effect, like how you think everyone's staring and thinking about you a lot more than they actually are. I don't know. Recently, I've been seeing this black silhouette out of the corner of my eye, and it never hurts me or anything. It just sits there and stares at me, and it's like 3 feet, and the other day I heard it whispering something, so I'm now staying within 1 inch of my father at all times. If I even think that anything is around me, like I'm alone, but I'm worried I'm not actually alone, I will be around someone all the time for at least a month. Like, you going to the bathroom? So am I. My friend had a Ouija board. No, guys, no Ouija boards. I'm serious. Don't mess with Ouija boards. So they had a Ouija board and he used it like a party trick one time when we were hanging out and it spelled out my name. This dude brought a Ouija board to your house? I would murder this guy. I was like, haha, so funny, and they were mortified. His friend says, can I pray in your living room? And he goes, sure. As soon as she finishes, we heard a door shut and the power went out. No ma'am. I would not be friends with this guy anymore. That's how all the horror movies start. Everyone dies just by knowing this guy and being within 6 feet of him. Quarantine, away from me, sir. My friend always thought her house was haunted. One day I was at her place in the restroom. I could hear my friends talking in the other room and no one else was home. While I was washing my hands, the doorknob started turning repeatedly. I still have no explanation. So you were at your friend's house alone without her? That's weird. Or I guess I was just never that close with anybody. Good for you if you were. But it sounds like maybe your friend was messing with you? I don't know. Best guess. I was about 14. I was messing around with my friend and her dad's golf cart. We drove it down this dirt road near her house. A woman stepped out from behind a tree and scowled at us. What's your problem, lady? She was wearing a red coat. We got real scared and drove back to her house. And when we went back down there out of curiosity 2 days later, we found a red plastic coat button and a smear of blood on a rock. We have never told anyone in case they thought we were crazy. Girl, someone was murdered or they tripped and hit their head on a rock and they died. That was a ghost trying to tell you, hey, don't disturb my body. Y'all found Little Red Riding Hood. Anyways, that's it for real life horror stories. Those are so creepy. Comment below if you have any of your own horror stories. Anyways, hope you liked it. Super creepy. As always, please subscribe, follow me on Instagram. Links are all down below and please like and share the video. But that is it. So I will see you creepy people next time.